SBTVNation, it's your boy, the Dream in the House, and we opened up with my boy Jerry.
Jerry Springer, kid.
My boy in the background doing his thing, because this is like the Jerry Springer show on here.
Yo, what's going on, Playboy? How you doing out there today, my brother from another mother, the Dream? What's up?
Oh, man, I'm doing okay. Yesterday we were minus, as we will start the show talking about what we did wrong. Because we took Memphis yesterday, minus the 5 points. Thought we could get it done. They could not get it done. I was on the play. My boy Papa Smurf was on the play. A couple other cats were on the play. I thought Memphis was going to get it done, man. We took a -5, and it crashed on us. We were saved with a hockey parlay, and I did have some soccer earlier. But as far as the gambling last night, we were not able to concentrate it because your boy was too busy acting like Jerry Springer.
Oh, I know, man. I know. You know what? Yesterday, man, I ended up, I was at the gym late. You know, Tuesday's my late night at the gym, and I had a lot of work to do. I couldn't really, get too much involved in the homework because, real life came at me 100 miles an hour. And I just said, you know what? I can't play. I did not feel good about the card. Everything that I was looking at and leaning hit. But you know what? Hey, I'm not mad about that. You know what I mean? Sometimes, guys, in life, the best bet you do is the one you never make. Because
exactly.
You know what? If I ended up betting, I probably would have lost. I would have been pissed off because I rushed my homework. So you know what? Some of those days, guys, you got to just kind of fall back and watch a little hoop. And I watched that ugly Wisconsin game. What an ugly game that was, huh?
Yep.
Oh, my God. Nebraska had, 13 points in the first half? I told you Nebraska's terrible.
Yeah, no, I know. But then, at the end of the second, they were down only like 3 points at one point.
I know.
I was like, whoa.
Unbelievable.
Hey, listen, really quick, guys. Let's spend a couple of minutes setting the record straight and getting to these points.
Yes.
First of all, you guys know, I generally, obviously, get attacked by somebody, it seems like once or twice a week, about my style of gambling. Or about whatever. It's not really a big deal, and I usually don't pay it too much attention. We go back and forth for a little bit because I get a little kick out of it. But other than that, it's no big deal. However, certain individuals have been coming at us for a while now. It is more of a personal issue as opposed to just being a pesky issue, okay? And yesterday when it was brought to my attention, and of course, we talk about no one on our show. I tweet about no one on my show because everybody is entitled to do what they want to do. That's what this country is founded on,
right.
Okay? Freedom of speech, freedom of doing whatever it is you want to do. It's not my business. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go out right now and you want to put, $2 million on the Lakers to win the NBA title, guess what? That's your business, not my business, okay? And if you're sold on that and you want to open up a website and talk about that, it's still not my business. It's not my position. Yeah. My business is to do what I'm doing, worry about what I'm doing, and if people want to get down with what I'm doing, I'm here and I'm offering it. That's what I do here, okay? Yeah. Other people on here have decided to make it their personal obsession, okay? Their personal obsession to be involved with what we're doing, okay? And want to come at us, okay? For no apparent valid reason, because as you ask the people why, you get all kinds of answers, but anything that's valid, okay? All right? Why in all of Twitter, with everybody giving out all the pics that they're giving out, why you worried about me? Why in all of Twitter, why everybody that's talking about whatever you're talking about, why you worried about me? All the podcasts that are on, why you worried about me? Why are you worried about us? Okay?
I don't know, right, man.
That's the real question, because have we talked about you? No. Do we talk about you? No. Do we care whether you're up or down? No. Do we care about your picks? No. Do we care about anything you're doing? No. Okay? That's how it went. Yep. It's no on our end, but a whole bunch of tension on the other end. So yesterday, I had finally really just had enough, and it was time to address it. And once again, there was no valid reasons. There was no valid explanation. There was, I want to see you in Vegas to talk man to man. Like, what's that mean? Like really? Why would you want to come to my event in Vegas to talk to me? That's how obsessed you are with me. Really?
I don't know, man. It sounds like a little love affair there, brother.
Don't listen. Let me tell you something. I left high school a long time ago. Not meeting you by the flagpole or whatever. There's nothing to talk about man to man. I'm doing my thing. You're doing your thing. Stay in your lane. Do your thing over there. Don't bother me. We ain't bothering you. I got nothing that I need to discuss with you. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just get off the air, stop podcasting, and go away because you don't like me? Really, dude? Really? I don't think so.
You know what, man? I've done a lot of thinking about this, and guys, listen. You know what? This episode here, if anybody comes at us or whatever, you could just basically refer them to this episode because after this, I am done. I'm done with it. Okay, we're done because you know what? I'm gonna focus on making money and cashing tickets. All right, but listen, I want you to know something. All right, I love what we're doing. I am passionate about what we're doing. I wake up 7 damn days a week. Every single day, I come out here in blizzards, in snowstorms. I come out here sick, with a hangover sometimes, with a nasty cold where I don't want to get out of bed. I leave sometimes a naked wife in the bed, you know what I'm saying, to come here and do what I do every single day, okay? You know what? Some days it's not so easy to do, but you know what? I do it because I love it, and I love the SBTV Nation. Hashtag SBTV Nation. Everything I do, and I have a ball doing it, and I'm just in love and infatuated with everything we're doing, okay?
And a couple of the small points on my end again is I've said this 100 times. You've got a bunch of tools available. There's a bunch of styles available. Okay, in life, I think in almost anything you do, it behoves you to learn every facet of whatever you're doing. If you want to be successful, you should know every angle of it. How can you call yourself a professional or give out advice, but you only know how to do one thing? All right. Now, I'm not saying that my way is the way to do it. I've never said that. I've said that I've been successful doing it my way, which I have. Okay. That's all I'm saying. But I understand how to do a whole lot of other things. That's like my man LeBron only taking jump shots, okay? Okay. There's layups, there's a whole bunch of facets to his game to make his game better. If you can't implement every tool available to your game and promote it, then it's silly. So why would you even come at me the way you're coming at me? You know, these guys listen to bits and pieces of stuff we say and pick out the little teeny bit of stuff that we do and say, oh, this is what they're doing. Oh, this is a joke what they're doing. Yeah. Dude, and you're picking out stuff that's winning, talking about it. When is winning a joke?
I know, I hear you. And you know what? At the end of the day, you know, we're just here gambling and saying, hey, this is who we like today. This is one big group of friends that's just thousands of people. You know what I mean? And we're just talking about who we're taking. That's it, man. That's all what we're about. You know what I mean?
Listen, and we get up on a daily basis and come in here. I got my wife agitated with the time I spend on Twitter and the time I do this and the time I go back and forth. My kids want some extra time. They get agitated. I'm working a real job, all right, on the side. I'm, busy. Plus, I'm doing this 100%. And we're giving it and we're doing it free because it's something we enjoy. But because we got the steam that we got guys player hating from the sidelines talking trash about what we do instead of getting in the game and helping. Because by the way, we only extended the olive branch to everybody. All right? We never said, oh, we ain't messing with you. We're not messing with you. We're not dealing with you. That's never been the case for us. Anybody who's wanted to come and give something positive to what we're doing, you've got nothing but an open invitation. Come on the show, educate the people, get down with us. We haven't separated ourselves from anyone because that is stupid.
Yes, sir, man. And all I got to say is this, okay? At the end of the day, you know, I got fans and friends. I get, hashtag SBTV Nation. I got people sending me stuff every single day of how they're winning and thanking me for doing the show. And you know what? If you're one or two guys out there in a little hole in the basement or something like that, behind a keyboard, talking trash to us, listen, at the end of the day, if you don't like what we do, you just don't have to listen, number one. And number two, you think I'm going to stop what I do? You think I built all this and I'm just going to stop because one person?
Yeah. We did all this work and now, you guys are right. Okay, we're all done. We're gonna take our ball and go away. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. We're gonna go away.
Oh my God. Well, enough.
You wish we would go away, but we're not going away.
We're growing like a fungus and spreading like a virus, baby. Eat it and deal with it. That's it, baby.
You know when I'm going away? I'll tell you when I go away. When I'm on ESPN, then I will have gone away.
Oh my God! All right, yeah. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Yo, people. Hey, thank you. Sorry to give you in that nonsense. That is the last time we are addressing that.
The last
From
time
now on,
ever.
You just get blocked and sent away and go back and hate from the sideline. There's a whole hate group. You guys can start your own show. We hate the SBTV Nation. Start that and you guys just get all in your group. Because the funny thing is, I'm going back and forth with all this negativity, right? And sure enough, Memphis loses, okay? And the Islanders are stuck 2-2, and the Coyotes and the Blues are stuck 1-1. The minute I stopped talking and doing the back and forth with my man, after I put the grid up of January's numbers, by the way, the minute I stopped going into that, all of a sudden, the Islanders get a goal and the Blues go up by 2s. If there's no indication that negative energy and being negative will get you nowhere, it was no more evident than yesterday. And we are done with that, and I'm sorry that I had to subject you guys to...
100% done. That's it.
No doubt.
Never again,
That's it.
never again, never again. But thank you guys for, listening, and we appreciate it. And, just want to, hey, you know what? It is what it is, man. Anytime you do something special in life. I had a gentleman last night that I talked to on the phone that's been handicapping for 35 years, kid. And he told me what we're doing is special. So, you know what? He's been handicapping longer than Cat's been alive. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we're here to make money, and we are here to talk about who we're gambling on today, players. So why don't we get right into it, man, because I am excited.
Big ups to my man, Clown Man, Swag, Randy Lockhart, OJFB, J-Cast, the Hockey Immortal, Sir Mata, my man Emerson, James Harrelson is out there as well, Jake Heberts is out there doing his thing. We also have... It's Woots out there, RT. I mentioned J-Cast. My boy Papa Smirk is getting down this morning with us. All of you guys, we wanted Super Mario Empire 360, Alex Washington and Sergio Rodriguez. Thank you so much, you guys, for getting on board and helping us out. And you guys, thank you, the guys that got involved. And I honestly didn't need you, but I appreciate it. The guys that got involved, and I hate it, including you all in it. Thank you so much for the support. I understand. Trust me, we are not wavered at all. It was just something that I needed to do. I needed to get out. It's done. It's over with, and we're moving on. Sin City Maverick, good morning. Damian Dazenberry, good morning. Premier Sports Company, what's happening, brother? The Kid, what's going on, my man? Betting Dream, good morning to you. OJFB, I already mentioned. Sports Attack is out there. LVCC, my boy Smokey Rodriguez. VK, the Steve Master, the MOB, Nicholas J, James, $, and Vegas Bra, P for Press, Rick Carrillo, Phillies Picks, and Rick Lopez, and so many more. Good morning to you, gang.
That's right, man. The family's growing every single day. New and new people jumping on board, and dude, it's just amazing. And you know what? That's why I'm here.
You know what's crazy? I wrote that really nice in the morning because I was like, at peace with myself, had the incense burning, doing my little hot yoga, got my little, Indian stance. I tried to do hot yoga at the crib to see if I could get my wife in some yoga pants. Babe, we're doing hot yoga though.
Oh, man.
But I'm sitting there, right? So I come up with this nice, description of, the SBTV Nation and kind of what we represent, and I tweeted out, and a lot of people jumped on board, and it was really nice to put out there. And then like 3 hours later, I'm arguing.
Oh, definitely, man. But let's jump right into the sports, man, because we got a lot to talk about. I don't think we're going to have time to do scores, Dream. So you know what, guys? If you can kindly just Google sports scores and, go into ESPN, Fox, CBS, whatever, you can get all your scores there. So, whatever, man. So we're going to get into this right now. I think we want to start with the NBA because I got my man Rainmaker coming on, and he's going to break down some college hoops. So I think the best thing for us to do is start looking at the NBA and figuring out if there's some money because, you know what? I took the night off last night, and I was, just patiently waiting for today. I'm just going to say that. We got the New York Knicks at the Orlando Magic. The line is pretty much 4.5 with Orlando favored. This is an ugly, nasty game of two teams that are just kind of spiraling downhill. I really don't have any interest whatsoever in betting this game. I just need to know, Dream, did Lake Show win?
Lake Show did not win, I don't think.
Wow, okay. All right. So
no, Lake Show got beat, brother.
They did, okay.
106-96.
All right. Big ups to everybody that's retweeting the show today, man. I got Jay Harbert's on there. I got Betting Dream. I've got It's Woots all the way in Australia, listening at night. Jay Cast, Randy Lockhart, Clownman Swag, Jason Riley, Sir Mata, Snoopy Betts, Richard, Jay Rich. There's so many more guys. Ben Diaz, Irvin, Buster Card, James Harrelson, Caveman, RT, Eddie E, Ken Reiner. Wow. Big Mac Bets, The Cheese, P for Press. Wow. Unbelievable, dude. It just the support is amazing.
The support is and all the love. That's really what everybody's mad about.
That's it, man. That's the true reason why people are mad. Really, by the way, we know what they're mad about. At the end of the day.
I'm not going to put it out there, but trust me, we are aware of why you're mad.
All right, let's do this. All right, so NBA matchup. So we've got the San Antonio Spurs at the Detroit Pistons. Pop is given 5.5 here, brother. 191.5 to 192 is the point spread. Oh, big shout out to Crush the Bookie, by the way, too, who gets just as much static as we do, by the way. But big ups to him for not putting up with it. We got let's see. So, you know what? I was happy to pick my spot with Pop winning his 1,000th game, but I'm not taking San Antonio on the road no more. I'm not dealing with those headaches. No way. I'm good with Pop. I'm waiting for him to come home and lose like 2 games in a row, and then I'm gonna pound him on that 3rd game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what
apparently there's a rodeo that's out in San Antonio that goes on for a minute. They apparently travel and have a long road trip every season this time of the year, as I have been told by some of the members of the nation. So that's why this is like the 4th or 5th game of a very long road trip that they're on. I don't like them tonight either, as I don't really like much of the NBA tonight, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at it, man. I'm trying to find some spots here. Well, there's not enough thick lines for you, player.
Well, no, there's some thick ones at the bottom.
Yeah, okay, all right. I see him. I see my boy bringing Miami in after Miami beat them in their building. So I think my boy is going to layeth the smacketh down tonight. So we might want to take a look at that. Let's see what else. Washington Wizards at Toronto. That should be a good little playoff preview of the East. We got Toronto -5 there, under over 199.5. I think that might be a little bit steep for Toronto to be giving Washington, but you know, Washington's been a little up and down these days. So, you know what? There's probably better spots. I think we might find more value in some other games. We got Atlanta at Boston tonight. Atlanta's -7 to 8 points. We're reading these from sportsbetterstv.com, guys. All the best lines you're going to be able to find, we put them up for you. And if you click on the actual team, it'll show you all the sportsbooks lines. So this way you can see, you know, which sportsbooks are offering which lines. Under over 203.5 to 204. Dream, Atlanta on the road, any interest?
No.
Nothing, huh?
Celtics play like Wildcats. They always give you a lot of effort, but Atlanta is very good, obviously. I don't really like this game. It's a funny spot. My man on the money line guy told us that, you know, these guys are going to coast their way into the NBA, you know, into the All-Star game. So I'm kind of agreement with that opinion.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's real
I would
sharp.
stay away from. Say it again.
He's really sharp.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from you know, games that look like this, because this is one of those funny games. You got Atlanta giving a boatload of points.
Yep.
You know, it's not a boatload, but 7.5.
Yeah, it's still a lot. Yeah, on the road.
On the road, you know, so it's not. I don't mind taking a solid team home, but I'm not gonna play around with the road guys.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And I know, I mean, my boy Shane Redinius over at Don Best, he sent me over some statistics about road teams, road favorites actually covering more than home favorites.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
And I saw that, dude, and that stuck in my brain. Dude, listen, I appreciate the information and all, but that kind of stuck in my brain when Cleveland went to Indiana last week. last Friday. And I say,
Yep.
you know what? I'm not worried about my boy losing. My boy was up 13 and blew the game in the fourth quarter. So, but you know what? At the end of the day, I mean, I guess if you do it in over the long haul, that's what ends up happening. The road favorites,
sure,
the road favorites are usually
watching
superior.
the spots, because in that game, I remember I had told you they were coming off, but they had just played the Clippers the night before, and I know they were up to beat the Clippers. You know what I mean? They want to beat the Clippers because, like I said, any team that comes in there that looks like they're going to be a playoff contender, seems like Cleveland's trying to really put the smackdown on them.
Yeah.
So I didn't. And remember, I told you I didn't like. I was really worried about that game because it had that ugly feel to it. But I hear you.
Yeah. I'm taking a look at this here, and and Papa Smurf did have Clemson as well last night. So
that's
split.
right. Yeah, Papa hit Clemson,
Yep.
which was a nice hit on his part. Good job. Good. He's still hot, man.
Yeah,
he's still hot.
I mean, dude, you know what? You just he drank a little bit of juice last night. That's it. So big ups to him on that. Taking a look at this here, we got Golden State going into Minnesota. Golden State, you know what? I mean, dude, I'm so glad that this came up because you and I could talk about this. Golden State was cold against the Philadelphia 76ers, bro. And they only won by 5, and that's the Sixers. So think about when they get cold versus the Spurs in the playoffs or that nasty Dallas team like you were saying, Dream. You know what I mean?
I know. I've been rethinking that because I heard Van Gundy talking about them, and he's really big on them. And I'm not going to sit here like some of the other people that never played sports in their life and try to say that I know more than Jeff Van Gundy, like my guy over at the Fat Mike.
Fat Mike loves doing that.
Because I know I don't know more than him. Because I never played in the NBA, nor was an NBA coach. So that's asinine for me to try to do. But anyway, yeah, he's really big on them, so I'm going to have to keep looking at them and evaluating them a little bit more. You know, I don't really mind, listen, I don't care about them going into Philly last night and having a tough game with Philly. I mean, it's a road thing. Like we said, All-Star break is coming, 86-game season. Come on, you're going to get, some games like that. That's not a big deal to me.
Oh, definitely.
I'll be more worried about them as we get closer to the NBA playoffs. Be more worried about how they're playing at that point and see what's going on with them. I told you my issues with them is they are they're a young team and they're exciting, and I love their excitement and I love their energy. The only thing is, you guys know, over the course of a 7-game series, young guys and exciting guys tend to do bad things, okay? You know what I mean? And, taking bad shots in bad spots. The NBA playoffs is a lot different style gameplay than regular season games.
Yeah, I agree with you. So we'll see where that ends up with, when the playoffs start. But right now they're plus 450 on a future to win the whole thing. And my boy is plus 350, dude. So it's like, not a lot of value there. And they're expecting my boy was plus 750 about 3 weeks ago, and now he's plus 350. So I kind of wish I took care of that, but I did not. And whatever, dude. We got the next one here. Let me take a look. You got Indiana, New Orleans. New Orleans playing pretty good ball at minus 4.5. Tough game for me to take. You got my boy in Cleve playing Miami. Miami's coming in. Miami is spiraling a little downhill, like I like to say, and my boy is doing his thing, so I don't see Cleveland losing that game, especially the fact that Miami has beaten them the last time they played. So, I don't think they're going to take them. I think they're going to take them seriously, is what I'm trying to say. We got Sacramento coming into Milwaukee. Milwaukee is minus 8. Milwaukee's playing pretty good ball.
Milwaukee's been, as of late they have been. I agree with you. They've been decent as of late. I didn't like them the other night. They're not one of my teams, so I tend to take a few teams and I keep my eye on. I like the Portland team. I like the Clippers. I like to keep an eye on them. I've been, kind of keeping an eye on the Cavs. I do keep, obviously I keep an eye on the better teams in the NBA. Let me just cut through the nonsense. And the teams that float around to the middle to the bottom, I keep an eye on them losing. But the Bucks, not one of my favorite teams. Kings are a mess coming into Milwaukee, so you guys might want to get down with that. It looks like a game the Bucks should win. Why the Bucks are giving 8 though?
I know. I was looking at that. I'm like, wow. They're playing good basketball. Don't get me wrong, but damn, go easy. The bookmakers are like, nah, we ain't giving a nasty 4 tonight. We're gonna pop it to 8.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
you guys want to roll with the Bucks at 8? Do you?
Probably because everybody would have hammered them at like -4 or -5. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I get it, and you know that's the sports books. You know, get a little smart. Listen, you got to remember something, okay? You go to Vegas in March, you're going to see a lot of beautiful casino structures. You're going to see millions and millions of dollars worth of statues and stuff like that. Listen, those weren't built by the books getting beat. So just remember that, all right? Because at the end of the day, the house will get you if you're not smart. We got the next one here is what a really good game we got here. We got the Grizzlies going into OK Sizzle tonight, kid. We got the line is anywhere from OKC is given 6 under over 197.5 to 198, which seems a little low for a West game, but I don't know, man.
What was that total?
197.5 to 198.
Wow, that is a. Ooh.
I know.
Oh, here we go. The last time I did one of these on the show, I got fired up.
They're both scoring 100 points a game.
Let me go. Let me wait till the night and look at it, because the last time I did it off the top of my head for an early lean, I got smoke showed. Remember? I think that was that. I can't even remember what game it was.
Atlanta
but it was some game.
Atlanta and Golden State.
Yeah, and it went way over.
Yeah. Wow, Yodo, thank you very much. Always a pleasure dealing with you in the morning, my brother. Let's see. So, they both scoring about 100 apiece. Let's see. Memphis is 10-1 straight up in the last 11 games, so they are pretty damn sizzling hot right now. And OKC been on fire too, dude. OKC is 8-1 straight up in the last 9 games at home, and 4-1 straight up in the last 5. Looking at this, the over has gone over in 4 of the last 5 OKC games, and the total has gone over in 5 out of 7 games where Memphis has played on the road. Huh. All right, so we'll take a look at that, guys. You know what I mean? Anytime I see 2 teams playing in the West, you know, I always just see points. You know what I mean? I remember me and Chris Sizzle were going back and forth. I want to say it was the playoffs last year. We were going back and forth, and he kept sending me unders. I'm like, dude, it's the West. You know what I mean? But then we got smart and caught up to it. You know what I mean? But in the beginning, it was just like everything went over. Every single West playoff game went over. So, guys, just be careful. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I'm not a big totals expert. I got to be honest with you. I'm reverting back to better teams playing weaker teams and money lining them. That's kind of where I'm at right now in my life after getting smoked so many times by the point spread over the last 3 weeks. So,
the OKC, man, they came and they beat Orlando 104-97. Then they beat New Orleans 102-91. Killed the Clippers 131-108, and then beat up on Denver 124-114. Check if Durant is playing. I'm pretty sure he is. So, check if he's playing tonight. You want to make sure. Personally, I'd stay away from this game, but I got to be telling you, that total not being over 200, man, oh, my gosh.
It's because the defenses are not letting up over 100 points apiece. That's why.
Yeah, no, I know, right. But watching him play, look, I haven't named one game that they haven't scored at least, and I haven't just named, in all the last 4 games, not one of these games has OKC scored under 100 points. Okay. On their end.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, dude. You know what I mean? And, hey, to each his own. That's something for me. I'll listen to you later on because you've been pretty hot with that, with the totals.
Yeah,
so.
I've been pretty decent with the totals. I just think because OKC is really making a strong push, to try to get, I think to get their season back on the racks, make sure they make a vie for the playoffs. And then if you look in here at Memphis, all right, you got 102-101 against Phoenix, 100-90 against Utah. Then they drop into the 90s against Atlanta 94, and then against Brooklyn 95. But they're still on the upper end of the 90s, the mid to the upper end of the 90s in last 4 games. So you figure, you're talking about a difference of like 3 baskets.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, I really like that over.
Sounds like a stomach ache to me. Sounds like a little bit of bad enough. I ate some bad food last night. I had to throw up anyway, so I don't feel like being in that predicament again. And I didn't even have no money out there yesterday. We got Randy Lockhart is telling me that let's see, the calculated chance to cover the +6 spread for Memphis is 82.26%. Bro, if you got some kind of grid or something like that shows me, please let me know. We'll take a look at that and see what you're referring to. Let's see what else we got. Dream, we've got.
Yeah, and I don't like a side there, guys. Memphis Thunder. I'm not going with a side. I like the total to go over, is what I'm saying, as our early morning lean. And yesterday, if you guys listened to the show, my leans were pretty on target, man.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I mean, dude, Bro, I looked at 3 games. I looked at the Grizzlies, I looked at the St. Louis Blues, and I looked at Kansas to win their games. I punched in the payout. The payout was like 60% of what my bet was going to be. And I was at the gym actually standing there in between sets trying to put a play in. I'm like, dude, you know what? It's just not right. Can't do it. Cannot do it, man. You can't do that. So I'm ready to get into it tonight.
I like Georgetown. I talked about Toledo. I like Georgetown. I did jump off it because of our guest, because I really respected his opinion. So I fell back on that. But I did like Georgetown. I like Toledo. I was big on Xavier coming in and beating Marquette as well. That's 3 great games right there that I could have hammered, but I was too busy acting like a little 8-year-old going back and forth with this clown. And then, on the hockey tip, I was all over the Islanders. I like the Blues as well. I mean, if I put them 5 together, I'd be on here laughing again, talking about how I killed them last night. Yeah.
Well, you know what, man? We're in the rearview mirror with that whole
package.
No doubt. With that whole package. So,
and
looking at this.
The Lake Show,
I see that.
You guys, that Laker the Laker total, it pushed.
Oh, okay. The
Laker total pushed.
That looked like a headache too, man. That looked like a real big headache.
You know what? It wasn't really, but the Lake Show, believe it or not, they came out in the first quarter. They had a high score in first quarter, and then after that went back to regular. And if it wasn't for, like I said, if it wasn't for some bumbling at the end of the game, Jeremy Lin gives up a turnover that ended up getting scored for a layup. They probably would have came in under, but only by like a point. So, but still, it was a push, so we can't complain about that.
No, sir. All right, so speaking of Lake Show, they're coming into Portland tonight. Portland is heavily favored, guys. Portland's given 13.5 points, which I understand. Under over 196 or 196.5. There's just no value here in moneyline in Portland unless you put it with like 5 other teams.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, I just don't. Portland's not doing it for me, man. I know you guys really love them in the late night spots and all that, but. And I know you've been gauging the totals with them a lot, but yeah. I just, after watching them play Utah, I kind of got they did win the game for me. They won by 1 point, but I don't know, man. I don't feel as bad about them as I do the Bulls. But
yep.
It's just something about them, man. I don't know.
Speaking of the Bulls, that was another one I
Oh, yeah, you too. Well, you did say the Bulls were going to lay it to smack it down, and would they win by 20?
Yeah.
So that was good. Big ups to you on that. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this, and
I feel you with Portland, dude. I get what you're saying.
They're up and down,
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Offensively, it seems like like they're not in sync or they're not gelling. It might be it could be a coaching issue down there. I don't know what it is, but quietly they're 35-17 though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we talk about them, but it ain't like they're the Lakers.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They should definitely beat up on Lake Show tonight. Whether they're going to cover the 13.5, I don't know. I'm not recommending that for you guys at all.
Nope, not at all.
I see your caller coming in.
I got my caller calling in. I got the Rainmaker 512. What's up, my brother from another mother? Hey, it's a trap. What's up, kid?
What's up, brother? How you guys doing today?
The man that makes it rain.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on,
Yes, sir. Yep. What's going on, buddy?
Just trying to get ready for some of these hoop games tonight.
Yes.
Trying to see where we can make some money.
All day, man, all day. Thank you very much for calling again, man. We appreciate it. We always love having you on. And you are the guy that puts out that Star Wars alien that says it's a trap, dude. I sit there, I laugh. Every time I see that, I just laugh. That is so funny, bro.
Yeah, that's a funny picture. I like it.
Oh man. So, dude, what we're doing right now is we're finishing up with NBAs. I don't know if I know that you don't get involved with the NBAs, so much as far as until the playoffs, right?
That's mainly my thing. I haven't messed with the NBA at all. I don't know. It's just something with the. Seems like once the playoffs hit, that's when they start wanting to play defense and actually really wanting to play. It's just, I think sometimes the NBA is a little too, it's too. You don't know what they're going to do. You know what I mean? It's too up in the air.
Yeah.
Hey, Raymaker, did you say it seems like once the playoff starts, the only time they want to play as different from which sport?
I think football is the only one where they come out and play week 2.
Well, it's because it's only 17 games.
Yeah, right. It's once a week, so I get it, yeah. But, baseball, 162 games.
Yo, baseball, tell me in the middle of July you're getting the total effort out of the baseball guys.
I understand that to an extent, but the one thing I'll say about baseball as opposed to NBA and NHL is the games are a little bit more important because not as many teams make the playoffs. Like with NBA, it's like if you don't make the playoffs, you basically really, really stink.
You're under five. Yeah, you're under 500 for sure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I agree with that.
With baseball, there's not as many teams in the playoffs, so I think the games are more important. But yeah, you get the same thing with you don't know when a pitcher's going to take a day off. It's the same thing, but. I don't know, baseball's just a little bit more my thing. I've been doing well with the NBA, just doing the playoffs, so that's what I'm keeping it at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, cool, man. So do we got any more NBA stream before we jump into the college hoop? Because that's what Rainmaker loves the most. Taking a look at it. We got Houston.
All we got is we got Clippers, Rockets, which I don't really got a direction on that as well. Guys, there'll probably be some late-night basketball out of me. My man OJFB will do a collabo maybe late night and work on a total for you guys in the second half of probably Portland Laker or Clippers, Rockets as all four of those meet our criteria. Let's get right into this college with my boy.
Yeah. What we're going to do, Rainmaker, since you are our guest, we are going to roll the red carpet out for you and see what you like first before we break any of ours down. What you got?
All right, I got some games on the card. The first one I'm looking at here is Virginia and NC State. Virginia, they've been up and down, or they've been doing real well, but they struggle to score at times. And the one thing I noticed is, they're laying 8 on the road today. NC State, they played pretty well at home. They almost beat Notre Dame. They've beaten Duke at home. And then one of the big things I noticed today, Anderson, their second leading scorer for Virginia, is out. So, Virginia already struggles to score a little bit to begin with. He's out 6 weeks with a finger. So, I'm going to look to take NC State here at the home dog. I'll probably sprinkle a little bit on the money line. But that's one of the games I'm looking at.
Okay. Yeah, and you historically loved money line and underdogs, so big ups to you for that, man. I know you were real successful football season with that. Taking a look at this game, I think this game personally, if it's either a dog or pass for me, I can't see myself taking Virginia on the road. It's possibly could be a letdown spot for them. You know what I mean? So, watching these teams on the road last night, with the exception of Kansas, but, they're just, some of them are just different. Even like the Dukies, at the end of the game, they were struggling with Florida State. You know what? I'm with you on this. I'm not gonna bet the game, but I'm gonna sit back and watch and root for you and hope you win, brother.
Yeah, go ahead, Dream.
I've not been a fan of that Virginia team at all this season. I think they're highly overrated. And like you said, with Anderson out of the lineup, man, because he's a big part of that offense. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they get in their little lulls. He always seems to, get a layup, maybe get a dunk, shoot a three, something to get them going. I'll tell you, I'm kind of with you. I might be with you on the NC State thing, brother.
Yeah, the other thing, if Trevor Lacey can get hot, he usually, he shoots pretty well at home. So, I think it's a bit too many points. Like I said, I'll sprinkle a little on the money line, but I always play the spread heavier. Take the point.
Right.
So that's definitely one that I'm looking at.
All right. What's the next one you're looking at, player?
The next one I'm looking at is UCLA is playing Oregon State. I think UCLA is laying about 9. This is a revenge spot for UCLA. They lost by 10 to Oregon State at Oregon State. But this UCLA team's been playing a lot better lately. And the one thing about Oregon State, if you've looked at some of the games they've played on the road, they tend to get blown out on the road. So I'm gonna probably lean here and probably take UCLA minus the points today in this one.
All right, cool. You know what? This just put a smile to my face because now I'm looking at the college football slate, and I'm just so happy I didn't get involved last night because I'm going to get involved big time tonight.
You said, and I know you said college. You don't realize it, but you said college football.
Did I say college football?
Yeah.
Hey, we're live. Whatever, it happens. Whatever. That's because I'm all excited here looking at this card. That's why.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah, UCLA. I'm with you on that. I'll probably put them in a parlay or something like that. I'm going to do a little bit more homework on it, but I think I'm on the same side as you. Daddy loves them revenge spots. When they get beat and, going out on the road and then they come home and they just end up laying the smackdown on them, dude. So, you know what? I think I'm with you on that, Rainmaker. And I'm surprised to hear you taking a favorite.
Oh, no, man. I mean, if anybody's been following me, I take favorites, too. I actually had more favorites on last Saturday than I did dogs. There's always, with me, it's spots, situations. So, there's times where, especially if I see the public heavy on the dog, like couple games on Saturday, I seen the public was pretty heavy on Providence and Xavier came through. So, I'll tend to look at the favorites too, and I, especially in a revenge spot, a lot of times you're going to be playing favorites because, especially if they're at home. Like last night I had Temple, they had got beat by like 20, at Cincinnati, and they were laying 3 yesterday. So, that's just some of the things that I look at and look for. That's why I like this time of the year because, you have so many spots and angles that you can look at.
Hey, Dream, I see the Ohio State University playing
tonight.
I
know. There's a ton of stuff got us folded at the mouth right now.
That's why I'm mixing up football with basketball right now because I'm like, I'm looking at it. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
All right.
I see a bunch of matchups I like as well. What else you got, Rainmaker?
Another one I was kind of looking at. I don't know. When I look a little more into it, I was looking at Wake Forest and in Miami. Miami, they play pretty well against Clemson the other day, but they tend to be lackadaisical on the road a little bit. And Wake Forest sometimes comes, they're pretty good at home. So that's another one I'm leaning towards. I'm trying to think of the other game. There was 4 games.
Who do you like in the Miami Wake? Which side do you like favoring?
I lean towards Wake Forest in that one.
Okay.
Wake plays well at home, but they've been kind of down. They just got beat up by Georgia Tech on Saturday. So, a lot of times when teams get beat up, especially on a Saturday, and they're not playing until Wednesday, gives them some time to, get ready for the game. So, Miami played on Sunday, beat Clemson, so now they're going to go on the road. The line's real short, so I lean towards Wake Forest in that one.
Yeah, it's only 1.5. Miami's given 1.5, so Wake Forest would be a home team underdog, my men. So okay, that one there, I'm probably going to get down with you with the last game, but this one probably not, my friend. Seems a little closer for me, but like I said, man, I'm going to be sitting there rooting for you. What else you got?
There's another game kind of eyeing up too. It's Villanova and Providence. I see, Nova is laying 4.5 on the road. And I kind of like Providence a little bit with the points. Novas tend to struggle on the road a bit. They're lights out at home. That's another one. You guys were talking about me taking favorites. I loaded up on Nova on Saturday against Georgetown. Huge revenge spot, and they blew them out. That game was never close.
Yeah, right.
It sure wasn't. The problem with Nova is Nova's strength, is their jump shooting. So if and this is my problem with, I talked about this with Wisconsin, is that if the guys aren't shooting well from the field, you know what I'm saying? They'll struggle, and you see that in them. But they seem to get it together in this. They usually traditionally, so far this season anyway, they've started out slow with the exception of a few games. You're right, they have struggled on the road. I believe all their losses have come on the road. But it's when their shooting just is not any good. And you know what? They're not a great free throw shooting team either. I think as I can remember, I've seen a couple of games that they lost that they could have won if they had shot better from the free throw line. So that's something to keep in mind with them as well. However, that being said, I think they killed Providence.
Looking at the road offense for Villanova, I mean, they're scoring just about 71 points a game on the road. Providence home defense is pretty good, though, letting up just under 63. So, Rainmaker, you see in Providence here, I mean, how does Providence fare at home? Are they stellar at home?
Yeah, they do real well. Another thing I want to touch on what Dream said about them shooting, and maybe you can look into a first half, maybe with Providence. Maybe what the problem with Nova and why they struggle with shooting is when you get into different venues, these hoops are different. So
I'm so happy you said that.
Have a little bit of problem with adjusting to the hoops, and then maybe that's why you see them in the second half start to play better. So maybe look at a Providence first half if you're not comfortable with playing the full game.
Great point, man. Great point. That's why I always look at the overall offense versus defense first, and then I look at the road offense versus the road defense and stuff like that, and I take a look at how other teams are playing at home and stuff like that. I really look at it because sometimes you look at it, a team that's scoring, 80 points on the road, you take an Iowa State or something, or an Ohio State or something like that. On the road, it's so much different. You know what I mean? So maybe they're just, like you said, it takes them a little while to get adjusted to the away hoops and the court and, the whole dynamic of being there and stuff like that. So, hey, you know what? That could definitely be a big factor. So that's why I look into that as well.
Absolutely. That's why I'm big on I love home teams in college basketball.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Me too, man.
Every once in a while, if the spot's right, I mean, I never lay road chalk because, I mean, it just seems like these kids, one thing with college basketball, you got to remember, they're kids, and, they play better adjusted to their, normal surroundings. So when you take them on the road, you're taking them out of their surroundings. And then, the other thing is, these kids get up to play at home. So, I mean, that's why you see upsets all the time. I mean, more than any sport, I think college basketball is really big with home court.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree with that
150%. Yes. So we're going to take that into consideration. One game I'm looking at here, and I don't think this team has any business giving 9. You see Texas giving TCU 9? Texas, dude. I just don't see. I can't see that. Now I'm not. I'm not saying I'm taking an underdog here. I'm just saying that they got no business giving anybody 9 points.
Go ahead and get TCU plus the 9.
No.
Maybe you do want to look at Texas or TCU there. If you remember a couple weeks ago, I mean that's a revenge spot, but that game's now in Texas. That's a little different. I kind of like the revenge spots when the team loses on the road and comes back home. But Texas blew them out the last time they played them. And I'd be careful with that. I mean, Texas really needs a win, too, because they've been really struggling.
Yeah, they have. They have. I agree with you.
So TCU might be, what the doctor ordered coming in. And, one thing about TCU I noticed, they're real good in non-conference, but once they got into conference play, they're a step down from the rest of that Big 12. That Big 12 is probably, I think it's the best conference in basketball. They're loaded with teams, and I think TCU is just a little bit below everywhere. Them and Texas Tech are a little bit below the rest of that crop in that conference.
Yep. I agree with you. So we'll see what happens with that one.
One thing with Texas, too, I know they've been struggling, but they have a lot of talent. They do. They're one of those teams that, you know what, they may be struggling right now, but it's not what you do in February. If they start hitting their stride like the end of February into March, and then say maybe make some noise in that conference tourney, look out the tournament because the team has talent. I just think they're poorly coached. I think that's their biggest problem.
Yeah, he's been around for a while, too, so it's pretty surprising how that's happening. But you never know. I mean, a team like that, as awful as they are, if they manage to sneak in, you just never know. You know what I mean? I really got my – dude, I've got my eye on Northern Iowa. I've got my eye on Kansas. I've got my eye on The Ohio State University right now as sleepers. How about you? What do you think as far as obviously the Dukies. You know what I mean? I'm struggling with taking Kentucky to win the whole team, even though they are incredible. But it's only, dude, it's one game and you're done. You got to remember that. If you had to, any team, guys, I'm gonna go to Rainmaker. I'm gonna go to you, Dream. If Rainmaker, if there's any other team that could win the title, take Kentucky out, who would it be?
Wow, man, that's tough. That's one thing with this time of the year. There's a lot of teams that you can look at. Like I said, one of the big things you want to start to watch is watch a team that starts to get hot like towards the end of February. If they start getting hot around February, that's when they can make some noise. I mean, you've seen what happened last year. I mean, it's off the wall. Who would have? I mean, I know you took UConn to win it all, but I mean, that was a long shot. And I mean, but that's the way this basketball thing is. And I know everybody's talking about Kentucky. Well, they almost lost last night.
Dude, they've been tested 4 times already.
I don't think they're as great as everybody thinks they are. That's just my opinion. And I think, in a one-game set, anybody can be beatable. I mean, I'm going to look at there's a lot of teams. And, I'm going to look at one team I think that can make some noise is I like that Oklahoma team. I think they're unbelievable. But the only thing is they're not so great on the road. They play really strong at home. I'm telling you, a lot of those Big 12 teams you're going to want to watch out for because that conference, when you look at the Big 12, those teams are playing top-tier teams every night. So you're playing a tough matchup every night. But that gets you ready for the tournament, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Dream? Who do you think can make some noise?
Nobody. Ain't nobody making no noise. Ain't nobody beating Kentucky. I told you that. The season start is not happening this year. I'm just telling you. I hear you with they almost lost. Almost. You're going to be saying that till the end of the season. That team, they're just so damn big, man. I'm just, there's no way. You just can't. I watched him send these guys in, and it's like, damn, man, look what just came off the bench.
Yeah, I know.
And then defensively, the way they play, you haven't even really seen this team play well this season offensively. They've been winning for most of this season off of their defense, not even their offense. When that guy unveils the offense for the tournament, dude, forget it. I'm sorry. Can't nobody beat them.
Yale's
I might be wrong.
gonna beat
I've been
them.
wrong before, but I don't see it.
Oh, man. All right, Rainmaker 512, man. You got anybody to shout out? Anything you want to do before we close out of here? Because the Dream and I got to bounce and get involved in some hockey real quick before we close out the show.
Yeah, give a big shout out to Papa Smurf. He shout out about me losing my grandmother. I appreciate it. And
definitely, man. You know what? Same here, brother. You know what? Our condolences.
Yeah, thank you. And then to all the SBTV, everybody, reached out well to me on that. I appreciate that. Good looking out. The only thing I wanted to ask you, was there any other hoop games you guys were looking at on the card?
You know what?
Want to talk about?
When I get down and deep into the homework, I'm definitely going to unleash something tonight. I'm looking at The Ohio State University to win the game. I'm looking at let me see. I like your play with who was it?
UCLA.
UCLA. I'm feeling Northern Iowa. I'm looking at. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, guys. Don't quote me on this. I'll put it out later. Let's see. That's pretty much.
There was another game. I can't remember what it was now. Like, I don't have anything in front of me. I had another one that I had circled, but I mean, you guys can hit me up on Twitter. I mean, nothing's final yet. I mean, those are games that I'm looking at, and I'm gonna, look at a couple more things.
All right, cool. Yeah, you and I will go back and forth later on, man. Compare some notes and see what we can come up with and cash some tickets, kid. Love it.
No doubt, no doubt. I've been doing real well in the hoops the last couple of weeks, so I'm looking to keep the momentum going. And February is usually a profitable month, so
cool.
you know, because now we've seen so much with the hoops, you can really start to dig into things. And then, like I said, just watch those teams that start to hit their stride at the end of February. And those are some teams that you might want to look at, grabbing some futures. You know, win those last couple games, and then maybe make a strong run in the conference tourneys. And then I know Dream doesn't think Kentucky can lose, but all it takes is one game. And,
It's one game,
you know,
dude.
Like I said,
It's one game.
you get into these, you get back to the, you know, these venues. You get into these venues too in the tournament time. You know, the rims are different, like I said. So that's why you want to look at, once the tournament hits, you know, look at a lot of first half unders, because the teams tend to adjust. You know, stuff like that. They adjust. They may, you know, second half they may come back and adjust, but I mean, first half, sometimes it takes time to adjust on those things.
Yep, definitely. All right, dude, thank you so much, man. We always appreciate your knowledge with the college sports in general, whether it's football or basketball, and thank you very much, and we'll be in touch later on tonight.
No problem, guys. Take care. Thanks for having
Peace,
me.
brother.
Hey, have a good one, brother. All right, Dream. So taking a look real quick at it's called an SBTV Moneyline Magic play that my man Super Mario just sent me. He had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teamer that hit. Congratulations, it paid like plus 310 on it. So, hey, you know what? I think we're doing something right here, you know, working with our people here, going back and forth and comparing notes. So, Dream, we're going to go over to the ice right now.
Hold on. 3 quick leans on college basketball. Okay? 3 quick ones. I got a feel for Maryland tonight over Indiana. Indiana's coming into Maryland. I like Maryland to win the game. Indiana, you know, struggled in their last outing, but they did get a win. This Maryland team's been a little bit hot. I kind of like Maryland. I'm not saying I'm giving it out. Just a lean for you guys to look at real early. Also, your Northern Iowa team is playing Illinois State.
Yes.
And I like the Northern Iowa team. I got to look at them last week when you were talking about them. I like the way they play basketball. This should be, you know, a pretty decent game that they could win. And last but not least, and I've been pretty much against this team. 2 more teams. Been pretty much against this team all season. But I do like them in this spot, and I think they need to win here, and they need to win big and cover their spread. I like VCU up against LaSalle tonight. Yeah, VCU they need to win. They need an impressive win. They need to get themselves on track. So I'm going to look, you know, you guys take a look at that VCU LaSalle game. And the last game to talk about would be West Virginia over Kansas State. West Virginia coming off their loss on Saturday, needing to bounce back. They got Kansas State coming in. West Virginia plays excellent defense, and they are another good team. And those are 4 leans you guys might want to take a look at. College hoop looks really good tonight.
Looks awesome tonight.
Yeah, I just got to find where I'm going to go with it. Try to put something together for you. Hey, guys, listen, if you don't get a DM, I don't love it. I only put out plays that I'm like 150% sure about for DMs. The other stuff I'll tweet out, and I've been tweeting out, you know, more and more. I've even started tweeting out a little bit of the numbers because I was a little bit acting like a little kid yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to get into that today or not because I don't need the IRS come knocking at my door to try to prove a point. But I will put out some information for you guys. If not, make sure you check my timeline because the plays are in there. If you didn't catch it on the tweet, go in and look at my timeline. You'll see the picks, look at the dates, and you'll see the plays that I'm putting out in there as well. Over on the ice, brother, I didn't see anything I liked tonight.
Really?
I did not. You only got 3 games on the ticket tonight. And you have the Blackhawks against the Canucks. Blackhawks are coming off that loss, so they may have a little bit of revenge factor against the Canucks, but I'm not loving it. Penguins are playing the Red Wings. I'm not loving that. And you got the Capitals against the Sharks, which I'm not loving either. So I got no feel for the ice tonight. You guys want to check out the First Lady of the Fake Fam over there at Crush the Bookies, you know, team. Go over there and check her out. Her hockey is dope. I definitely think that, you know, she's an excellent hockey capper. So if you want to go over there and see what she's got, you might want to get down with hers. But as far as I'm concerned, I got no hockey tonight. I'm going to be solidly playing it probably in the NCAA and maybe try to do the second half totals for late night. But I'm probably going to put a big play in on this NCAA tonight.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It does.
It looks really nice. I mean, can we pair it with any NBA at all?
I'm not gonna mix it, brother. I think there's enough NCAA to pair it with NCAA. You know what I mean?
All right. So we'll take a look at it and see. I mean, it's smelling like some chalk tonight.
It's gonna be
smelling like
chalk.
a little.
We're gonna have to put some pieces together. However, that Villanova minus the 4.5. Oh, it's screaming at me.
Careful.
It's screaming at me. I'm feeling like just losing the hook and taking the Ville minus the 4, but they are on the road, and you guys know I hate road teams, but I really like that spot. I really like to just pound one game and get out of Dodge. But we'll see what I do. We'll put it together. Over one more quick, guys, just so you know, I don't know if you guys are into soccer, but the soccer's been coming out. It's been pretty good. I have today for you Chelsea over 2.5 goals. That's Chelsea. Go to the England. It's in under the England. Go to soccer, hit England, look under there, and you got Chelsea. The over 2.5 goals is what I've been touted out by my man, the MOB. Who has been really hot with that. If you guys are interested, get involved with that. He also likes Chelsea, but we are plugging the over more than the team itself.
All right, sounds good, man. Sounds good. So I have not dabbled in the only soccer I did the Real Madrid over on Saturday. And what was cool is that Dan and I were on the air, and we were going back and forth with the game. It was like 2-0 right out the gate, and we had 2.5. Yep. As a total, I had so many people in the nation going back and forth on the game, because it was live, while we were on the air. So it was really fun. And soon as the minute we went off the air, it cashed.
Yeah, so. No doubt, man. I actually been playing soccer lately, man. My man Rich Z gave me a few picks on the soccer, and he had that Liverpool over yesterday, which that was real easy. And there's a few other cats. In fact, our guest that was on a couple of days ago does soccer as well, because he gave me some information. So I've actually played quite a bit of soccer this past week. You remember I was killing it in the World Cup.
Dude, you wrecked the World Cup like 7 in a row.
I wrecked the World Cup with them. What's funny though is I'm doing the exact opposite now. The World Cup was just unders. Remember, I hit 12 unders in a row in the World Cup. I'm doing the exact opposite now as I'm playing overs now with these. Premier Sports Company also gets down and has been, schooling me a little bit about this. Guys, trust me, I don't really know. I mean, I know a little bit, but I'm mostly going off of what my guys are giving me, as far as the information is concerned. So it's not like, don't think that, Betting Dream is the guy who also knows a little bit about his soccer. Get out there. There's quite a few guys in the nation that play soccer. If you guys are interested in getting involved, get in touch with them because they definitely have some great information.
That's right, guys. And as you know, we are the hashtag SBTVNation that's growing every single day. And what we're looking for is we're looking for tickets from your winnings, guys. And what we've been doing is we've been posting them on all our social media outlets and just having a lot of fun with that and just looking at everybody cashing out there and celebrating and making money. That's what it's all about here. It's not about it. It's all.
Just hit me up and said that Maryland game was the game that he was on too that he couldn't remember, and I loved him too. So yeah, Rainmaker just got down with me with that Maryland game. That was sticking out at me, and I love that because Maryland is. They're an ACC team that moved conferences. So the program, obviously used to go up against the Dukes, the Florida States, back and forth. So I like Maryland tonight. I do like Maryland tonight to beat Indiana. That is one that I probably am going to be on.
Also, we've got my man Sir Mata out there that is tearing it up as well. So you guys got to pay attention to him. He's got some really good stuff going on with the footy love.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sermada's into that, too. Yeah, definitely. Guys, we got a lot. And this is the greatest thing about the nation ever. And this is why I love it. And this is why I do what I do. You guys, all you got to do is go out there and put in, what you're looking for and what you need to talk about. And somebody is going to hit you back with some type of information as far as what's up. So definitely get out there and ask around if you're interested in getting involved in some stuff. And they will they will hit you up. They will also send you some of the pics like my man Yato is posting right now.
Oh, I know. Crazy, right? Oh, definitely. I mean, we got guys that talk about rugby. We got Betting the Dream. We got hockey people. We got NBA people. We got NHL people. We've got NFL people. We've got everything. Raphael does the Grammys in WWE, and who's gonna get killed on The Simpsons next?
And Robbie's WNBA, we made.
The WNBA is off the charts, kid, too. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of different people here that are joining forces, and with one common goal, and that's to beat the bookie, man. So guys, listen, and speaking of the nation, we are looking forward to meeting you guys. We are about, let me see this, 40 days away.
Can't wait.
40 days away from the biggest show in the world, coming to the MGM Grand Casino in Las Vegas, March 20th through the 22nd. Dan and Ryan are going early. They're going on that Tuesday. Guys, I got some room rates if you want to stay maybe like a Wednesday or Sunday or something like that. I also have that. I can send that out. It's email me at SBTVVegas2015@gmail.com. SBTVVegas2015@gmail.com. And you can use the hashtag as well and join our Twitter group if you want. Guys,
and I promise you guys, nothing but fun. There won't be no madness, no nonsense. I don't get down with none of that. I'm way too old for that. Don't worry. That's done. Won't be no nonsense. By the way, your boy trimmed off 4 pounds of fat.
Oh, congratulations.
The diet is in full gear, son.
I know. I was going back and forth with Crush the Bookie on that. He's sending me pictures of salads and stuff yesterday. I was laughing. It was great, man. So what you got to shout out, player, before we close the hell out of here?
Hey, just love you guys, love the support, and we're going to keep on doing it. Like I said, we ain't going nowhere. I don't care what they say. We done put too much time and dedication, and the response has been overwhelmingly phenomenal. What's up to my man Rainmaker 512? Thank you for coming on and kicking it with us today. Good big ups to my boy Clown Man Swag, Sin City, Maverick, The Kid, OJFB, Damian Dazenberg, Premier Sports Company, Betting Dream, Sports Attack, LVCC, Smokey Rodriguez, VK, the Stiffmeister, the MOB, Papa Smurf is out there, James is out there, $, Vegas, Brat is out there, Pete for Prez, Rick Carrillo, Phillies Picks, Rick Lopez, Marlon, Lex, Tony Enab is out there. My man Chris Sizzle's out there. Frankie Fingers, what's happening, Playboy? Deeks Picks, Diner Mafia, Unit Maker, Shane Redenius, Emerson, Joey Buckets, I see you. Crush the Bookie. Eastern Nation is out there. My man Scott Weavers, First Lady of the Fake Fam. Want to say what's up to her. The Queen of Oz, what's up, baby girl? How you doing today? My boy Yato, the Hockey Immortal, is there as well. I did mention OJFB already. Sir Mata is out there, kicking it with us as well. Sylvester, Neil Cafferty, and so many more. Guys, I am the Dream, JCP Sports and Biz. Look, can't forget about you guys either. Guys, I am the Dream. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your continued support. I will be on later, probably on Twitter, giving you guys what I'm going to do. Other than that, it'll probably be a quick spot around maybe 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Please don't rush it as I'm working on it. And I'll put it out, and you guys can get down with it. And then maybe late night we'll get into some second half with a collab with my boy OJFP. Guys, always remember who you with. Make the most of each and every day. Don't blow up with being negative like I did yesterday, because I wasted a bunch of time. But make the most of each and every day, because you can't get this time back. And do what you're doing. Thank you so much, guys.
All day. And I want to shout out a special shout out to the hashtag Consizzle play that's been going on with my man Champ, Rusi, JCP Sports, Doc, and Power D Picks. They are 10-1 with this Consizzle play, bro. 91%. So take a look at that, guys. They were on Central Michigan yesterday and tore it up. That was a laugher. They're up 19 at the half. So you didn't even have to worry about that. So, guys, with that said, we are the biggest show in the world, and damn right we aren't going anywhere. We're here. We're growing like a fungus and spreading like a virus. Take that to the bank, along with take your bookies to the bank, because that's what it's all about here. Guys, Sports Bettors TV and SportsBettorsTV.com, hashtag SBTVNation, hashtag biggest show in the world. Guys, thank you so much. We love you to death from the bottom of our hearts. Go out there, go easy, but get that money. Take care.